Hello and welcome everyone to Yellow Card TCG. We are here with Game 5 of the VPL finals between Owl Coop and Dinobozos. In this game, we have ntaro on Blangdmire versus AdrianBarber on Rezael. Joining me this week is a very familiar face. We've got WCC's very own Kai.
What's up, everyone? It should be pretty interesting matchup, Rezael versus Blangdmire. And I've been hearing some pretty fun stories because Toby always updates me whenever I meet him about VPL. So it should be a very exciting matchup. Yeah, I'm Kai.
Yeah, it's been good in the VPL so far. You know, like this is the anime matchup, so we'll see how they go through. So as of the end of Game 4, we've got Owl Coop leading through against Dinobozos. Let's see if Adrian can turn that around for them.
All right, exactly. Adrian should have a good matchup, so I expect a lot. But I've heard that if you're a Blangdmire player, you have to expect this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have your good divine skill turn, but then you also have your compressed deck to work with, which sometimes can just straight up win games.
Yeah, like I think Blangdmire is one of those decks that, like, really good players will either fully respect it or have zero respect for it at all, right? Because like it's kind of like this gatekeeper deck where it like just checks people like, okay, do you know how to play around it? Like, you know, do you see the triggers? And I think that's Rezael's one of those decks that does the exact opposite, right? Where it's like, here's my game plan. I'm always going to make it happen. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. It's a question of like, can you respond to it?
Yeah, Rezael's game plan is just very, very like I guess consistent. You can say Blangdmire is similar, except that your divine skill turn like output can vary just if you draw the cards or not, which I never do. So I feel like my ones are always like the worst, while other people's have like this insane divine skill turn. But even after you successfully guard that, you can still die because your hand size is so low. But with Rezael, it's just like it's the most, I guess, easy way to guard if you want to do it, right? So I think it'll be pretty interesting because Rezael just likes grinding. He can grind. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, we see there actually. Adrian's riding up to grade 2 with 0 damage, which means that ntaro passed on turn 1, so denying the wisdoms to deny like Selgon triggers. But we still see the Teeth Vault come down because of the I don't know what it's called, the rest, like, you know, the grade 2 order that like with the sleeping dog.
The dogs.
Yeah,
the sleeping dog order. It's free. Just remember it has energy blast and gives power. If you have a full field, I think you can draw a card as well. But here you're just enabling it the Teeth Felt skill to proc, which gives you value. And look at that, we have the great doggo value already.
Exactly. So yeah, even that damage now coming in from Blangdmire, double dog coming in is like, Rezael's like, yeah, I don't care. And you know, as you say, Rezael wants to grind. So like, if you leave them on 0 damage, that's less that they have to guard later on, which is good for them.
And they also like rushing. If they have, I think it's one of the strongest rush decks. All the Kenner decks can just push. But since Luard lost, the dog, the builds have shifted slightly.
PG being seen there, the drive check's also not good for Blangdmire. You know, that's definitely coming down during the divine turn.
Yeah, and I think this should be Rezael going first, right? So Blangdmire is gonna have to expect another turn where they have to eat a lot of damage, and that is 3 damage already, which is pretty rough. I think I'll be like, honestly though, here's the reality. If Kenner gets its stuff, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
If it's got the pile going, you're just gonna eat damage. But we can, like, it's a best of 3, right? So we can see the adaptations maybe, see how the game might go. Are we gonna see a full damage deny next game or not? But looks like the
3 triggers off of the ride line skill, so no draw either. That's gonna be rough.
That's just like me. That's just like me for real. I hate those ride line, like, you know, when you play like you know, the Jeweled as well. You know, you do the coming, like, check the top. Oh, nothing. I don't get a draw. That's feels bad. So just swing it. I'm guessing on a rear. You probably maybe.
Yeah, if you're this far behind, you gotta like slow your opponent down, give yourself time to catch up. Because the other problem with Blangdmire is that Blangdmire doesn't like, it builds a bit of hand, it has some draws, but it's not like, you know, it's not spamming Selgon like Ket is doing, which means that you're gonna have to live like at least one persona
one
turn before you
pass?
even do anything. What? And it
Yeah,
doesn't break. So yeah, we did see it going
very
into the
smart.
rear there, and he did choose the guard.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's correct to say, though it's a bit risky, but I guess like when you go when you see a bunch of triggers and they go to the bottom, do they shuffle?
I think it shuffles.
Shuffle. Yeah. So if it goes like you shuffle, but so it's just a straight up risk.
Yeah.
Actually, just a straight up risk.
But I think it's a risk that's fine to take because again, your opponent's on 3, you're on 0. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. I would have like if you had a trigger. I feel like it might have been better just to, like confirm the guard because otherwise you're wasting 2 cards, right? If a trigger goes through, but if you don't have anything, that's like the next best bet, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's dirty.
Ladder's really good going into Blangdmire's first grade 3 turn. You get to keep your whole board. But yeah, like discarding guarding with the trigger is also smart there because if it's a crit, like that's more crits you put in your drop zone ready to be cycled back with the divine.
Do you need to TF here? You can grab an order, I guess, but
wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like
that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna grab the best order.
It's just that easy. It's just that easy.
just tell Blangdmire like, hey, you're gonna hit me with a crit. All right, here's me gonna capitalize on that crit.
I mean, if you're going hot, just like keep on going, right? Why play anything safe? Like, what's the worst? You replace your grade 1 booster with 13k booster. That's still pretty good. So this guy's swinging 28. Is he going?
He's swing rare first. Okay. I mean, I don't think. I think like he's not playing to the front, but I think he's playing around a defensive trigger, which does make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. 18, middles 28, other sides 23.
Yeah, so it's still awkward. Ooh, Pounce of Blast Tiskar. That's rough.
And then, well, I think CB wise you're okay. You want to save the energy for like a really big divine skill turn, maybe.
Yeah, with like
again, right?
But it's still like it's getting to that point. Like, can you part of you has to think like, am I getting that far?
Well, okay. The idea behind a big Blangdmire skill turn, right? Divine skill turn is you go from 0 and then your opponent can't guard and you like win. Oh, look at the front.
Oh my god, and the crit.
Yeah. Crit power. Yeah. So you can have a huge Blangdmire skill turn to try and push from 0, right? But again, if Rezael runs Liel's, it's like your turn just ends. That's why Liel, right? $30. Let's go.
That's definitely why.
All right, so Blangdmire on the ropes here.
But this is his chance to make a comeback. He PG'd with a trigger, by the way. I just want to specify that. He PG'd with a trigger, so his hand is either absolute garbage or it's absolute fire. There's no in between.
Yeah, if you're gonna commit to the strat, I'm looking at a Vanguard into a rearguard, but it's slightly bleak.
Okay, so it's not a whiff. He gets something.
And then,
but I mean, he needs a lot here. Like, he needs at least a heal just to like even stay in the game. OT wouldn't.
Okay. So by the way, with the previous turn, so when you ride over the grade 1 doesn't shuffle, so it just puts to bottom.
Oh, okay. So it's the grade.
So the grade 2 does. The grade 2 does. Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's to wash away that bad luck. Bad luck go away.
For sure.
But it makes that 5k guard very, very, very smart, very big brain. But you can still lose to variance, right? So I don't know. I'd be a bit scared just for a 5k like that.
I guess the argument is that even if the teeth fault goes away, he had the second teeth fault and the ladder in hand, so he could have replaced the body anyway.
Make a full board, yeah. I guess, but I just like throwing away cards like that, But I'm just a commentator now. Okay, 3 in. Do you only get 1?
Only 1. That's also kind of rough.
You still get the draw, I think, as long as you put 1 in. So I don't think it's the worst. But you just don't compress your deck as much. I think like one thing like with Blangdmire that's really annoying is that all the effects have like you draw 1 at the end and you can't. Whenever you get tilted, you go, 2 triggers, I only sold in 1. I could have compressed my deck like crazy. Sometimes you forget the draw.
No, but they shuffle, right? So like you shuffle 2 triggers back, and then you draw the trigger that you. So it works out.
Yeah. Actually, that too.
Hit 3. Okay. The only way to go is up, right?
Yeah, yeah. If your deck is non-compressed, then you're gonna keep on getting more compression, right? So
I mean, like
I guess
he's drawing
does
cards, but it's not really making up for like. You saw the Tisk card drawing. He started to drop a trigger on top, so it's not like it's paying off. You've got the Falcratia there, which is also gonna quote unquote draw him a card by adding from Soul back to in a turn. But I think it's still kind of rough.
all right. Are we gonna go Rhea? Falcration? Do you have to swing Vanguard?
I think Falcratia has to swing Vanguard,
No, I just have to attack grade 3. Yeah.
but there are no grade 3 rares, so it doesn't really make a
Yeah,
difference.
sir.
Grade
It
3
looks
goes
like
into Soul. Does he not? Does that grade 3 not bind itself, or did he not use that effect?
I think they didn't use the effect, maybe.
I thought it was
But are we?
mandatory.
We'll find out. We'll find out. We have the power of decklog here as well, so we can check.
Oh, okay. No, what he's doing is okay. His face, like he's putting his bind face down under his soul, so that grade 3 was indeed face down. That's
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
It's just a little bit
I
confusing,
guess
but we got
the
there in the
safe
end.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So stand the field.
Yep, nothing gets bound because of the ladder.
Reza actually guarded the first attack. That's like a 1 damage, right?
Yep,
Oh,
crit hit. I think it's a
this
no
one.
guard Vanguard, so that's at least 2 damage coming in. Do you give the crit to Van though? Because if you get the crit to Van, they can reanimate Teeth Fault Trigger, which is pretty solid.
I think if you're putting damage, you want to be evens, right? You want to be even Stevens here.
Oh,
okay,
man. Okay, never mind. so much for being even.
Like, yeah, if you're playing like one of evens, because on your divine skill turn you're going like 2-2-2-2-2, right? But if you're Rezael, you want to be odds, I guess, ideally, because then you have 1 damage to work with. But luckily, that OT just makes it odds.
So I guess the Teeth Faults are going away. Oh, he's guarding the Teeth Faults. That's crazy.
Actually guarding the Teeth Faults. And you can attack Vanguard. Okay, but he's attacking okay, because like you can attack Vanguard again, right, and try and summon more if you want to. But attacking Rhea, okay.
Yeah.
There's still a Teeth Fault there. It's nice power that can just push.
Yeah, I guess getting rid of the Teeth Fault in front of the booster means that Rezael has to
the
work a little bit harder
turn.
to make a body. Yeah, he does see Wisdom. That is the question: is does he see another like 20k body? Because like that 8k booster is just an 8k booster. There's no power gain coming in unless we see like what's his name, the grade 2 insole draw top check, whose name I forget.
It's also very replaceable if you want to write. Did you see that motion? When you Persona Ride and you put your high rarity card on top.
Yeah, don't you do that?
I never do that. I'm a very, very normal person. I guess is it normal to do that? I feel like I don't know. I follow the rules to the T.
I mean, I don't do that because in most of my decks I run the Cycle Cat.
Decks? Sorry?
The Cycle Cat, like I return your my deck to So I need the grade 3 to be in Soul so I can Soul Blast it out. So interestingly, we're going to see Rezael. He's going to Counter Blast for the bot deck grade 2 instead of Counter Blast for Rezael. Which I think is smart because it gets both.
No, but he has counter charge. The booster can counter charge.
Right. But like committing that early just to get the Zamugs off the board, I think is like telling the Blangdmire player, even if you have the Persona Ride in hand, next turn.
Oh, he's
Wow,
he's divine skilling. Sorry.
So only 3 crits go back. That's interesting. So like, even though he's telling the Blangdmire player, "I'm not afraid of your next turn," he's telling the Blangdmire player, "I'm not afraid of your next turn, but you need to be afraid of right now," which I think is it makes sense because you've got the early pressure, you've got the early snowball. You just want to push that advantage, which 100% is smart here.
Yeah, having triple drive and you have the double TF is like so powerful because you have a Persona Ride on top. These things are hitting like ridiculous numbers.
43 each. Yeah.
And if Blangdmire has to drop their entire hand to live, what are you looking at next?
Yeah, you're not remaking the moves. You're like, yep, no, we're just gonna take it. Yeah, it was just pack it up, go to game 2. Like, I think everything went like
perfectly. Well, maybe not perfectly, but it went really well.
Yeah, like it was. I'd say it's more Ntaro there just hit all the low rolls. Everything just went bad for him, and it's just there's only so much you can salvage in any given game.
Yeah, but it also shows off the power of Rezael as well. You have a strong early game that you can just push and just like bash like unsuspecting opponents, or even if they do suspect it, they can't do anything about it. And then really shows off like early divine skill. Like naturally when you play Rezael, right, you want to go I'm gonna sit there until I have like one card left in deck, and then I can max value my Rezael. It's like, whoa, so many crits, it's crazy. But if you pop it off early, you also put on a lot of pressure. And just putting a decent amount of crits back, like you put 3 back, you're like, oh, it's not the max value, but it's the value like for the moment, right?
Yeah, like something I was talking about with Chang in one of the previous games is like the idea of burst draw versus like sustained draw. And Rezael is definitely a deck that does sustained draw. So it's not like it needs that extra card all of a sudden, but it's more the pressure of like the triple drive alone on top of the Persona Ride. Like your opponent can't just go like, oh, I'll just casually two to pass your Vanguard. Now it's like you have to PG or you might die. Compared to like say Wellstra, which is like I'm gonna draw 13 cards and then hope you eventually die. It's like Rezael can just keep put its foot on the gas and never let go.
Yeah. Also, like you can think of it as like in a way, it's like trigger maxing because you're thinking next turn what my opponent's likely going to do is probably maybe divine skill. So I'll just get that extra card in hand and also max out my triggers in the deck. So when I start going from 1 to X, I can get triggers and then just make that shut down that entire turn even easier.
Yeah. So the one thing about best of 3 here is that ntaro now gets to choose if he goes first or second because he lost game 1. So Blangdmire versus Rezael as the Blangdmire player. Pretty sure you want to be going first just to be able to like
always
get that Persona right and hit them with that pressure. And it's almost it kind of speaks to the strength of Rezael, right? You force other decks to like play to the certain tuning because normally I think Blangdmire wants to go second into a lot of decks so that you can have the Persona Ride. Yeah, because like your first grade 3 turn, you want your opponent to be on grade 3 so you have like maximum pressure on grade 3 going forward. But against the Rezael, like you need that Persona Ride, you need that like everything active, you need all those cards you can possibly get. I think it just speaks against the strength of Rezael and that if kind of like stride decks, like you force other decks like play to your rhythm, which especially if someone's not used to that, it can be very jarring for them.
Yeah, I think it's fine going first because you get access to your divine skill turn quicker. So I feel like it's like okay either way. If you go second, you are slower and you're more susceptible to getting like rushed, and you're just sitting there going, I can't do much, right? But
like we saw in game 1.
Yeah. Yeah, but going second will give you like better energy, for example. But it does again, it puts you on the back end a bit more. So I think it's okay. Like if you're Blangdmire, you want to go first. I feel like it. But you're also gonna have to again. It's like Rezael's not gonna really care though, because if they go second, it means they can attack going first, right? And then although your numbers may be better, you'll be on a 10k Vanguard versus their grade 2 rush turn. It's still a rush turn that you're gonna see Selgions and good numbers. If you don't see that, then you're lucky. But
yeah, but I mean, like even 5k shield saved is every little helps. Like especially when you're fighting for your life like that.
Yeah. And here I guess we'll just see how it goes. At least like you don't have to damage deny going first. I guess like on your first turn, like how ntaro was doing. But we'll see if that changes maybe in a game 3 if there is one. No boost.
But a crit comes out, so it's kind of the same effect. Ooh, 2 important cards hitting the damage zone. But no dog on turn 1, which is a little bit hopeful. So
yeah. Normally if you have a dog, I feel like you just immediately play it.
Yeah, you just shotgun slam it.
Yeah.
Although maybe not, because ntaro did call a rear guard that turn. So he would have to call an extra body to get the dog to be live.
Oh, true. But in a way, right? In a way, like you can put it down to confirm damage, right? True. And it will probably go away the next turn. But unless you really need it for your wisdom and things like that, which kind of speaks a lot about the hand, right?
Yeah, I think and again, like how you push your opponents, like this sort of lose-lose situation where you either like do it to them or you say like, okay, show me, like you don't have it, show me it.
Yeah,
but
and
we're gonna rush now.
From the... Yeah, he's going. Blangdmire having the moves and gets the front, which is pretty significant. Confirms 1 damage, but also opens up the wisdom play, which is like,
I mean, as we said, it's a little bit easier to guard when you're on grade 2 as opposed to grade 1.
Yeah. If you're pushing, right, you're gonna take that. He's just got 3 crits, I think.
That's quite impressive. We might even see a turn 3 divine skill, honestly.
Yeah, but it also speaks on what his hand is like. If you discarded 3, ooh,
and the dog. Okay, there's the dog.
Did he? Huh?
It's the grade 1 ride line effect.
Yeah, sorry. Um, and
Find
then
a dog.
oh, there it is.
Ariel's good. I
Got a
mean,
booster.
you can
Big
always,
booster.
yeah, you can always counterblast one, wisdom, play the dog. Question is, he has default in hand.
And I mean, when you throw your hand like that, it's it's either your hand is just so full of triggers, right? Or
Yeah, so I think it's like Ntaro is maybe taking a book from game one, and be like, "Oh, you're gonna rush me? I'll show you rush." And then,
oh, look at that. There it
yep,
is.
no,
Yeah,
never
you have
mind. That this is what rush is.
the double TF with wisdom is like
Pretty dirty. First one
the
finds
best.
a
Oh
dog.
my god.
Can we find another one? We know he has one in hand. Is the third one
Oh,
gonna come out of the deck?
you run 4, right? And one wasn't played on turn 1, so all right. Let's see. The destiny was decided by the piles top 5. Let's go.
Oh, I mean, it's almost Painkiller's almost dog. Almost.
Yeah. It's the cheaper version.
Yeah.
But do you have any soul? Like,
no, he has got no soul for that, so you can't even use it. But it doesn't matter. Like, you want to save it for late game anyway, because you want to use it to soul blast and recycle the grade 2, whose name I still forget. I think it's Neil Barris, the archer guy, the blue archer guy.
Neil Barris.
Yeah. So you want like saving the painkiller. That's fine. I mean, it will probably
will
get
it
bound by the it'll probably get bound by the Blangdmire, but you take what you can get.
All right. So first check. Oh, it's
defensive.
One check.
No defensive.
These things
are
what
huge.
This one is not hitting over triggers. So I guess, but he has a clean sweep that he can attack into. Oh, that clean sweep's going to be very annoying.
It
right?
is, yeah. I mean, not for a few more turns, because you need to Persona Ride, which is obviously 2 turns away. But it is, if nothing else, it's a 5k intercept, which could be good. Could be important. Nope, but it's going to drop the triggers we checked earlier.
Okay, and Selgion pops off and shows its value. And back to Blangdmire turn. And go for like a full damage deny if they want to, right?
I think they could, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, obviously your opponent's just had the greatest grade 2 turn, almost the greatest grade 2 turn in the world. So rather than like trying to push them back down to equalize, I think you want to be getting yourself in a position where you're pulling ahead, as it were, which I don't think you do by damage denying. Like, damage denying just stops you falling behind.
Well, like if you think about it, you can go like your rears into their rears, and then if they let it go, then pop off the back row, right? And then even if they don't, but I think it depends if you have the alchemist, the invoke alchemist. If you have that, then you can at least get another attack in as well afterwards. But
yeah, maybe like commit. I think he'll go up to 6. Oh no, he used the Tiskar, so he only has 3 energy. I was gonna say if he had 6 energy, he could maybe even like be greedy and like alchemist restand as a Moog and then hit with a crit. Just be like, I can go from like put you from 1 to 4 maybe, yeah. But it is going to be a little bit.
They'll set up a really good turn for his next divine skill turn if they want to do that. But we'll see, because those TFs do become pretty annoying, right? They become like 20k next turn, and I like likely. What are you binding? You're probably binding. Oh, but you like the booster's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you definitely want to bind the countercharger. So probably countercharger and one of the 2 teeth faults. Like the painkiller's not that big of a deal because you haven't seen it in the Varus yet.
But it's up to the Rezael player to choose, right? So he's probably not gonna. He's probably gonna pick the painkiller, right?
Probably, yeah.
So like, but then what's the other one? Like, it'll be one of the TFs.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess there is value then to Blanc going just rear into rear twice just to get the TFs off the board and force the Rezael player to choose the painkiller and the booster.
They got an invoke.
All
but
right.
you want okay, since you went first, I think you have to save the energy. Like, like you didn't put anything down as well.
So the Falconisha there's not going off because there's no grade 3s on the board, so it's just gonna be 10 to 10.
But which 10? Which 10 will it be?
We might even just see 5k shield from hand, to be honest.
Yeah. I think we went for the TF. If he's putting it that 15k shield from that, this is going to be a first turn divine skill.
100%. All four crits are out of all 4 insult crits are out of the deck already. That's crazy.
All right, 4 away.
PG goes away as well. Specifically, we're gonna bind a PG from Soul. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna keep that. Okay.
Yep. All right, face down. Boom.
Willingly
Bash.
gives up the countercharger.
But this is probably going Vanguard, right? So he's just going to no guard this and get a
Bunch of damage to work
counterblast.
with. Yeah.
Yeah. So no guard here, I guess. No guard.
Trigger. Double no trigger.
Okay.
That's pretty rough.
But a PG though.
The PG is
Pretty
very useful. Defensive shuts off the Falcracia. So that has to go into rare. In fact, I think this is only 18 as well, right? Unless that booster gains 5k.
I think we'll see. We'll see. What is that booster? Is that the PR? Or
might be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he guards it anyway.
Yeah, guards this.
And 2 heals guarded with. That's...
Yeah, because he wants to save the TFs.
Yeah, he's definitely going for it.
He's going full out.
I mean, like, Rezael with only 2 damage. Was there an argument maybe to Rezael giving the trigger power to one of the Teeth Faults on the rear and just bait the Blangdmire to giving you the 3rd damage just so you can reanimate Teeth Fault Dog?
I think it doesn't really matter, like, because if you put it on one of the TFs, they'll attack the other TF if they want to.
Which you then just let it hit, and then they're forced to like bang rear into van, right?
Yeah, but like he's kind of committed to already like not wanting to lose any of these TFs because they're the biggest power in the push that he's gonna do here. So he's got the ladder, everything's like activating, things like that, and then he's gonna another Selgion.
Wow.
Yeah, these power lines are huge. Like he only needs one.
Wow.
Yeah, he only needs one. He basically only needs one CB this turn because he's only gonna if he saves the TFs, only needs the Rezael CB and that's it. I mean, Wisdom's cute, but if you don't have it, you don't need it.
I mean, yeah, he was gonna like Wisdom to draw 2 and then call 2 dogs, and I think especially if you're shotgunning Divine like we said, and he has just done the extra 5k to Vanguard without Persona Ride, like makes up for that sort of not drop in pressure, but like it helps bolster that pressure.
Yeah, I guess if you're a 3, you can call 2 and 1. I guess is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
But there's still like quite a lot of pressure here already too, like 2 and 0, and then it kind of, I mean, it puts you on evens, but it's slightly safer going into the next turn.
Ooh, burning the energy for this cycler to guard with.
Oh.
So that means the Moog's definitely not happening next turn. And and the intercept. That's a lot of cards coming in.
Are they gonna no guard the Vanguard or something like that?
That's I think that's risky, right?
That's the indication.
I mean, like, the other plan was, like, guard the Vanguard and then take all the rears, but that's still 3 rearguard attacks you're taking, so you're still banking on that heal regardless. So we're actually going to go dog 0. Okay.
Okay. Max value. But this is like, you just put 5 crits back on a triple drive. This is a bit scary.
Yeah, I feel like having the 26 column is probably better, right?
Yeah. And that last column is massive. It's like 43 as well. No, it's a 43. No, it's like 33.
33, yeah.
Currently, yeah, 33. I'm thinking of Persona Ride turns.
Whereas, like, this double dog column is like, what, 14? It's literally just 14. No, it's 19 because of the 5.
19. But you can put all the triggers on this one. Look at this. Here's one of them. The PG is used. Second. Oh, another one.
Third. No, not quite that good. But yeah, the crit onto that. That's now a what? 43k Teeth Fault. That is.
Yeah. It's a lot of power.
You're probably taking that one, right? And then guarding this 29k dog. Probably.
29 is still annoying as well. It's a 2-card guard.
It is. Unless he has a front? Question mark?
Yeah.
Show us the front.
I think that was there's so many others. Was it a front? If it was a front, there'd be more 10.
There was, but he guarded with it the last time.
So the one thing as well is like all these cell guns are gonna proc because of the
yes,
of
the ladder.
Played.
So he's gonna draw all the cards. Takes this, gets the defensive, heals, or
that's a huge heal. That's actually a huge heal.
It lets him now take that Teeth Fault, which would have otherwise been lethal.
Okay. And will they take?
I think he has to take it anyway, though, right? Just because.
Yeah, the hand looks pretty low, but going for a guard. Going for a guard. Just checking.
It's not impossible to guard. 23 to 43. It's also just 2 cards, if you think about it.
True, yeah. Now that we think about it,
But
that
2 out of
the
5
trigger was
is
so big
yeah.
on many different levels. I think they're asking for a hand count. Rezael hand count is
Whoa.
pretty gassed.
Drops the sanctitude straight away. That's
Whoa. Okay. 3 cards to work with. So
and one of them needs to be
next
Persona,
turn,
right?
if it's not Persona right, it's looking a bit sad.
Come on, top deck with Persona, right?
Your what is it? Have Persona right? Yeah.
There it is. And your opponent's on 2 damage, which is exactly where you want them to be, because now all your swings are quote unquote lethal.
Yes. So
and you've got
4 cards to work with.
2 counterblast, which means you can use clean sweep.
Yeah.
Get that teeth fall off the board.
They want the what was it? The Smog? All right, Smog?
Zamoog.
Zamoog?
The Grey Tier, yeah.
I haven't seen any of that yet, which is a bit scary.
We saw one. It was Discarded for the Sanctitude.
Oh, that means you have to have another one, right?
Oh,
you have to have another one. If you don't, then you should have discarded something else.
Yeah, probably.
Probably should have 3 energy as well, right? But that's only one batch of 3 energy, so you can't double the crits.
Yeah, it means you're only getting the crit once, which is and unfortunately, Dark States has no external energy charge.
Okay, so that's a great playing over. Okay,
with Halcratia. No Zamoog.
So maybe we're not going for a divine skill turn this turn. We're just pushing.
But that's rough.
But with that kind,
you've already got Persona Ride, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that hand is very scary.
What are the chances of finding another Persona Ride? B, living long enough to use it.
Hey, no. This is what's happening. Is gonna swing with the rears first to try and push to 3, and then trying to get a no guard on Vanguard.
And check double crit. Let's go.
That's a long shot, though. That's a long shot. But okay, that's not boosting, so gonna be guardable, like very, very guardable. Okay,
yeah, it was only like what 30. It was only 35. So yeah, 2 triggers made it. This is 23, 33, 43.
Now the play is no guard on the Vanguard, right? Just hope they don't get double crit.
I think this is 58, counting the 4 bind or 5 bind because of the grade 3 that went in. No way, 9 cards in hand. No way you guard this. No way, bro.
But that's the most value way to guard this, is no guarding this.
I think if he wants to be big brain, he intercepts and then PGs, and then just says to ntaro.
He's asking for a trigger check, right? He's asking for a trigger check. So.
Oh no!
But is this divine? Do we know if they activate divine skill?
No, they didn't.
Oh, then
I don't think they did.
Look, if there's okay, I think they did, because if you're at 2 and your opponent doesn't divine skill, and you'd be like, yeah, who cares? What trigger check? Oh, if you get a double crit, get a 5, but I still have 9 cards in hand. Who really cares? And you only have 2 cards in hand. So I think I do think he divine skill.
I think the main thing that convinces me that he divine skilled is that ntaro doesn't really have a way to win this game without it.
Yeah,
I think that's the main thing.
Yeah. Okay, it was pretty crazy. Adrian was sitting so still. I thought
the PG was there. No god. Oh, front. Only 2 damage. And oh my god. Oh my god. Second damage, right? No, so no divine skill, no crit.
So no divine skill.
No divine skill. So now you just pass. No, now you just swing at rear and pass, right? Because your opponents damage knight themselves.
It kind of worked out in a way for Taru, but like no, but if they have the booster, there is no such thing as a damage deny.
True. And let's
But
be
the
honest,
plus side is
nine card hand. There's no way they don't have it.
the plus side is for ntaro is that they're at 3 damage, so can live a bit against like because one of the columns is gonna be like the 0 and 1 or the 2 and 0 column. So
and also
but
like plus Adrian has to remake another attacker in front of that full bow as well, just even like pressure.
yeah. But here's the thing, right? Is when you get a defensive defensive over trigger like that, was it? Yeah, I think they can just guard the TF. Yeah, when you get a defensive over trigger like that, it means your hand is like saved like crazy. So
Yeah.
that hand is just gonna keep on going up and up.
I mean, the
And
question is like, was it full of pieces or was it full of shield? Because if it's full of shield, then you have no piece to work with. But we see the booster, Aerial Sage comes down, so that's not great.
Yeah, we know the Selgion's like all gone, but do you need Selgions here? Like,
Probably not. You just
T-Cell's
need numbers, right?
30k. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just need pressure, and like, is probably not. They're probably not going to be able to guard the Vanguard properly. Got another Selgion, yeah.
That's the fourth one. That is the fourth one. So at least there's no more after this.
Oh, even
and
the
the
big
rest
order
plus 2k to the
lots of
board.
power.
Yep. Power to the full bow and probably the Aerial Sage. Nope, just the Smasher. Okay. I mean, Smasher's already going to be what 38 once you call from drop with Persona.
Oh,
right?
I just haven't chosen. Is it? Yeah, okay, so no, so it's the Smasher and the Vanguard, I think, is it?
Maybe
Because I guess like 43 on one side. Vanguard.
I think it's 10k to the entire column because I think the
Oh,
dice
no.
in front of his Vanguard is the Persona.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Huh.
I mean, I think that's still fine. Not gonna dog? That's.
Oh.
I guess that means he's just gonna call only the Teeth Vault and not a grade 0. Which I do like that because it maximizes your power lines all the way through. Like you lose a bit of power on like the first Teeth Vault swing, but that's the one that matters the least anyway, right?
Then calling a 2 out.
Unless there's a Nilberis in there, which I don't think there is. Yeah, we're just gonna go for another Teeth Vault.
Easy. And I think you just no guard this if you have like it's really strong. It's a Vanguard swing.
The problem if you no guard is that you still have to deal with 2 gigantic rear guard lanes.
Yeah.
One of them you have to take. We are going to no guard. Sages.
Wisdom. 1 damage.
Defensive.
Works out very well here.
Good defensive. Great defensive.
Actually huge defensive. Now can literally just no guard everything.
And then he just needs to find the second Persona ride, and then he might actually have this game here. Obviously that dog will push Adrian up to like what 13, 14 hand, which is also disgusting. But we didn't use Divine Skill last time, so that is still open.
Yeah. On the plus side, the OT's out, so there's going to be no more defensive OT.
Yeah. We still got our own OT to check as well from ntaro. So.
Yeah. So it's doable.
Yeah. The law of averages works then both ways, right? If you break enough times, you'll have to sack eventually.
Well, it's like a 50-50, right? You get it or you don't. Just you don't have to guard it. Just take it. They don't have crits, right?
Yeah.
Go to 5. It's gonna be a last turn probably.
He's gonna guard it anyway.
They actually committed. Okay. Selgon showing off why it's insane. More cards to hand.
And then that last column is what? 28, 38, 48. 48 plus 6 is 54. We're gonna take the defensive.
Takes 1.
Get another trigger, which is nice, but probably was worth taking the Teeth Vault and then guarding the Smasher that way, but hindsight,
Alright, here it is. This is probably the turn, right?
Alright, Taro, show us Persona Ride. No Persona Ride. But we do have Zamoon.
No Persona Ride, a bit.
There's your Persona Ride.
That's like everything you want, right? Your Persona Ride, and then there's your 2 triggers that you want.
Yep. I think he has to put it into soul anyway. He just doesn't have you need the soul.
You need the compression as well.
Yeah.
And then you need
You should
Just
also be
don't
on.
draw
I
your
think you should be
OT.
on 6 energy, which does give him the chance to do doubles and move.
Yep. He only needs that one Zamug, and you get
What?
the 2 crits, and then any crits you check, you can put on the Falcratia.
Yeah,
That
which
looks like a
makes
pretty
everything lethal.
small deck, I think.
It's fairly well compressed.
Something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
but again,
Yeah, it's a
I think
thin,
we're
very
at the
thin
point
deck.
where Rezael's hand is bigger than Blangdmire's deck.
But you can't Sentinel this turn, so that OT is gonna
True.
win games. The compression is just don't draw it. Just don't draw the OT.
Yeah, and also like I guess Rezael not having that 50k shield OT to rely on as well is starting to.
It's probably gonna come. Like honestly, it's probably just gonna come down to they're gonna guard the first crit swing. Vanguard's gonna swing, and maybe like a no guard. Well, maybe or like 2 to pass, and then yeah, does the OT come out or not? If it does, then you can't guard.
Yeah.
Well, that's be like OT crit, right? So yeah, if OT crit comes out, you
Although
lose.
Rezael has divine skilled, and they haven't actually activated the divine skills. Oh, no, I guess the
Oh
divine.
no, but
Blangdmire turns
the,
off. Yeah, true.
yeah, it turns it off for this turn. So there's that security, right? There's that
Yes.
security.
Unless Rezael just naturally hits the last heal they have in deck, because we've only seen 3
Yeah.
heals. We've only seen 3 heals.
I wonder if Rezael has another persona right the next turn if they survive.
Oh,
is that
there's the second Zamug.
Okay.
That's what
We're
we
gonna
like
go
to
for the
see.
max
There's the
hit.
fucking OT again.
Yeah, it didn't come with a crit, right? So okay,
No,
that was a good
okay.
move. That was a good move. Now don't draw the OT.
No, don't draw the
They're
no,
asking
don't
for
draw
a
the
deck
crit.
out.
You're okay drawing the OT because if you draw the OT, then you don't check it and then you don't deck out. You want to not
Yeah.
draw the crit so you can put the crit onto. Oh
No,
man!
but like, but the way I'm saying is like I think OT crits like the way you're winning this game.
Oh, for
on
sure,
Vanguard.
yeah.
From a no guard on Vanguard or something like that. Okay, the piles. Which one? Decide the
I also
destiny.
think we are 100% at the point where Blangdmire's deck is smaller than Rezael's hand.
Don't draw the OT. Don't draw the OT. It's like what 14 hand. We're assuming.
I
We'll
think
probably count.
I think it was 11 on the count.
It's a Dark States deck. Come on, yeah, it's it's supposed to soul charge quickly, we call it compression. That's right. The compression is a lie. We all know this. We're all wise players. So,
Ooh, we're gonna
how true will
boost
be
on
this time?
this one.
Mm,
So this
are
like
we energy blasting?
I think you have to assume that we are gonna energy blast.
Okay, there it is.
I think you have to assume that they're gonna divine skill here. So as Rezael, I think there's an argument to PGing this because this is the only time you can PG, right?
Maybe they don't have any PG.
Ooh, that would
okay,
be
D skill.
2,
2,
3.
3, 4.
There's the 4th. There it is.
So bind the full bow for sure.
Yep.
You can also bind the smasher, I guess.
No, you need that smasher for numbers. Probably the teeth fault because there's another one in the drop already.
True. You could also bind the booster, the counter charge, because
Yeah,
you're
because
going
you're
to take damage.
taking a bunch of damage. That's true. I think we are going to see the divine skill and then to restand the Zamug.
Yep. Okay, and then the TF. All right. And are we going to go for it? No guard? Or is it going to be a hard guard? Are we going to throw that hand down?
No guard.
No guard? Okay.
Come on. OT crit. There's the crit. Ooh. So crit of Van, power to the Zamug that's already been boosted. Right?
Yeah. I think that's alright. You could just give it all on the. Oh, he's giving it all on that.
Yeah, which
he's
I
going to
think,
go for the big pal.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because like that's already asking for lots of shield already, so you're just forcing an extra card out of the hand. I don't hate that. OT? Not quite. Clean sweep. So
Ooh. So do they put the crit on the one of the sides? So
no, it's the van because otherwise the one on the side can't actually use its effect.
Okay.
So
because like one of the things you want to like, this is just kind of min maxing, is that Probably wanted to have taken the 5th damage if you're the Blangdmire player last turn, just so negates the 5th damage shield, but the 5th damage shield didn't come out. So,
but the energy blast from the Zamuka is an extra 5k shield power on top, as opposed to like not having it if you put the trigger on it. So I guess you know, who knows? Like if this column's already huge because of the trigger and persona ride and the boost, but if they had it, it would have been nice.
Should be able to guard this though, right?
Yeah, that's is that enough?
Because there's no persona ride turn. That's
oh, it wasn't persona ride. You're right. Okay, yeah, these columns are tiny actually. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
So Rezael does actually survive. Wow.
Now the OT might still be in Blangdmire's deck, but we're also approaching the point where even if you live an extra turn,
you're probably dying to deck out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rezael there forgetting to energy blast 7 last turn.
I mean, when you get to, did you really need energy blast them? Just go to 10. Just don't have to energy charge at all. You just maxed out.
No persona, right? So no Biscotti coming in either.
But wisdom. Wisdom's coming. A bit of wisdom goes a long way. Look at that.
I mean, no more dogs to call, so it just has to be like Teeth Fault and some other random body.
Yep. But a lot of the Teeth Faults are gone, right?
There's another one. There's the last one, I think.
There's another one.
Oh, that's all 4. All right. He's just built different.
Yeah, he's on 5 damage, so he can go for the
5 attack combo.
Max play, 5 attack combo play.
There's no enough.
Yeah, funnily enough, the deck still looks relatively healthy, but could be because they double sleeved.
Yeah. And don't forget, we saw him drive check the Sages, so he can do this line of play where he can like discard the Sages for the Aerial Sage and then call it back off of the Rezael and to play around the defensive OT, which is, I think, kind of crazy.
It's going for a full filter as well. Are you able to get a booster?
Max deck thinning, I guess.
Deck could be too compressed that you don't get a good booster. Oh,
finds the Nobia,
another grade 2,
which calls over the Nilberis, which I think is interesting.
Because the Nilberis hits the same as the TF, right?
Yeah.
Just extra 10k, so.
But he doesn't have the soul for the Nobia.
Yeah, but if you want to, they can CB instead to just get the +3. Oh, is it? No, it's call, right? So
yeah.
Nah. Yeah, so Nobia, I don't know, you just leave it there again. But isn't Smasher like big?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't call over. Okay, he's calling over, he's doing it right now. So there's the trigger coming down.
Okay.
Just to get the Smasher and the discard.
Yeah, technically Smash. Like, sorry, no, there's no Persona. These are only 20k.
True.
Yeah.
So this is,
and you want the Nilberis in the bin because you replace it with a Nilberis, right? So 20k, but 20k is pretty annoying. Again, look at that.
2 5s, yeah. 2 more 5s.
There. 2 more cards or 1 more card, and then you have the big daddy coming out.
Double intercept, maybe.
Oh yeah, true. That works.
It's not like you have that much energy to play with. They are indeed quality cards.
Yeah, but again, no, you make a good point. There's no energy, so.
I mean, we know there's at least a crit in that hand.
Whoop. Okay, guard.
Okay, so 6
is
damage
it OT again? Yeah, 6 damage OT. Are we gonna see that, or is it in the hand of ntaro here? I'm thinking a long time. Like, how do I guard this? Oh no, actually no. They have to do the skill first. So Aerial Sage first, discarding Wisdom.
So not the Sagittarius, but we're just gonna bring back Smash and Nilberis, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Smash and Nilberis is pretty good.
The Smash in front of the crit makes numbers still as well, which is quite cool.
So they're not going to use it because it kind of makes no sense.
Yeah, you don't need to. Anyway. Like the only reason to use the Aerial Sage is to discard the Sagittarius to call out, but Smash is still like safer here.
Smash is cooler.
Yes.
Oh, they're doing it. Okay, they're doing it. Okay. And then, what do you call it?
Surely you call something.
Oh wait, they're not calling?
They're not calling? We're just gonna... Oh, is that a 2 to pass? No, that was a no pass.
Oh no! They didn't Persona Rise, so it has like no skills.
Right!
And it has no Twin Drive.
Oh, you're right! Yeah, you can't do anything. Crazy.
I think you forgot as well, right?
Yeah. because he was gonna counter, and then right. So yeah, we all just forgot. Incredible.
I talked about it last time. Like, does he have a grade 3 to ride? But then we just assume, we just assume Rezael's just gonna go in hard. But that's a.
I mean, I'm just so used to. That's good.
That changes a lot of things. That hand size is terrible, and they committed like 15k
to do nothing. Shield down, yeah.
And then the TFs came down as well to do a bunch of stuff that. That's. There is a chance.
No, but you can see, like, you can peek at the screen. There's 2 PGs in that hand. So I think Rezael. Yeah, I think Rezael just survives and decks him out. Right? Surely. Because there's no Persona Ride from Blang either, so these columns are also kind of small.
Yeah, but there could be an OT for Blang, right?
True. So unless it's in hand.
So there's 5 cards in hand. You can PG this and PG the OT, but the last attack might still be too big for you, so it might require a 6 damage heal somewhere.
Yeah. And the question is, like, so ntaro can control, like, which Zamoog he energy blasts for?
Yeah. So you're gonna PG this one because this has the riskiest. This is the biggest and the riskiest.
Because if the PG comes down, you insta lose. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is massive. This is like 12 binds, so it gets like heaps of power, right?
It's like 30k, yeah.
Yeah, first check.
No OT, no triggers at all.
No OT. Okay, this is gonna be a very easy turn. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Because now that Zamoog just doesn't hit numbers at all, which is very sad.
Yeah,
no, it does. No, it does though. It gets 10k from the Alchemist.
Yes. So like one Zamoog is hitting good, and the other one is not. I think Alchemist gives, is it 15? So that's hitting like 25. But that's a 15k shield, which is not great.
It's 30 if he uses the energy blaster. You know, he's got energy blaster for this one. To make this one 23. It looks like, yeah, or 28.
28.
And then this is 25, which, yeah, that's enough to guard.
Okay.
And now Rezael just passes and Blangdmire decks out.
I think it's 2 cards in deck, right?
Oh, okay. So he actually has to do a little something.
But it's not much. He just has to turn things sideways, and I think it's just over.
Yeah, and ask your opponent to check that last OT in the deck and draw themselves to death. Oh, that was so.
If the OT's in the bottom 2 cards, that's
that's brutal. This was a great game though. Like seeing Blangdmire come from the edge of defeat, just like narrowly miss out on the win. That's a story.
It's good to see that people also forget about Blangdmire's skill and how it just negates all the abilities.
Well, I mean, every time I've ever seen Blangdmire use divine skill, the opponent's just immediately Persona Ride immediately after. So this is the first time I've seen it actually come up.
Yeah, or otherwise, you're dead because Blangdmire divine
skill just kill you.
I didn't know about that second part. Or I forgot about
it's never come up.
Yep. But we're gonna see a full smash return from Rezael here.
Yes.
And this is we didn't see any Liaos in this deck, so this is just a normal Rezael deck, not playing any weird hostage stuff or any Liaos stuff, right? It's just straight up super consistent Rezael. So I'm guessing actually not going for Smasher, going for Sages.
Yeah, he's playing around defensive OT, bro. Ignore the fact that defensive OT decks him out.
Yeah. It's just no Liao, no funny business, just full on conconsistency.
There's the crit for good measure.
Yeah.
Double crit for good measure. Jesus Christ. There's the OT. There's the deck out. Unbelievable. Wow, that's so sad. Snaked by his own deck.
Compression is a lie, right? We said that.
Yeah, you're completely right. Like, dude, imagine. So he drove check 2 blanks on that divine turn. Imagine if he had checked that crit OT instead.
Yeah, that's the only way, the actual only way for ntaro to win there.
Yeah,
I feel like after that it was just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks. Like, game 1 was very much an uphill struggle. Game 2 was his chance to claw it back, and again, he nearly had it. Yeah,
but honestly, again, Rezael just going hot. Like both games, I feel like it just the deck.
Opening the nuts.
Yeah, boom. Exactly. Generics. Boom. Let's go.
Yeah, just if you play enough good cards, that does it. Yeah.
you'll see good cards, right?
Exactly.
Especially from all the draws, you get like T-Felt's top 5 checks, Wisdom, draw 2s, and then you have a mulligan, right? So
Yeah.
just we got to see like I guess like Rezael's Divine Steel as well. Again, like I said before, a lot of people like to save it, but sometimes you just go. Like
Yeah,
even
just apply the pressure, get your opponent on the back foot, and then just never let off.
Yeah.
It's especially in
very
matchups like
versatile.
this where you have that Blangdmire with its quote unquote ticking time bomb of like the explosiveness. You're like, okay, just get what I can and like try and steal a win before like they pass the point of no return can be huge.
Yeah, because like I guess we talked about the saving part. There's also the part where like you're forced to use it really early because you got push damage quite a lot, but this time you see it being used aggressively, which is good to see. Yeah.
So yeah, with that, AdrianBarber will win for the Dinobozos, bring it up to 3-2. So Dinobozos still in contention to win the whole set, and a few more games to go. But that's going to be it for Game 5. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks again to Kai for joining me on this. That was a pretty cool games to watch. And yeah, there's still 4 more games of the finals of VPL, so be sure to stay tuned.
Games, guys.
Exactly.
Is it best of 9? Like
9 different matches.
Games?
Yeah.
Wow.
9 best of 3s. Crazy. Yeah. a lot of Vanguard. But yeah, that's gonna be it for there. Thanks very much, everyone. I'll link all of you guys already surely know Kai by this point, but I'll link everything down below anyway. Check him out. Yeah, thanks very much.
Thanks Zistrel for running the event as well. It's been a crazy amount of weeks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we'll see you next year. Quote, maybe.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But it's all down to timing. But
there you go. All right.
It's been pretty cool.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you later.